Hello, this is session 3, well, session 2, since we had a session 0, of The Between. We're still playing the Limehouse Lurker, and we are nearing the end of our first night scene. Everybody's here today. We have Gwen playing Eleanor Swindrake, Casey playing Pike, and Sina playing Hecate Latimer. And last time Gwen had to bow out an hour early, and this is just one a good reason to have a little recap at the beginning. And the recap is as follows. We are the mystery that we're playing deals with a vampire in the body of a child who might or might not be very old or very young. That is for you, gentle people, to find out. We started with a scene, well, in the session before that, with a scene where I'm looking for the English word, where you, let's just be very untechnical, where you checked the bodies for clues. And you found that in one of the bodies, that is the sailor Zhao Dong-ai, his stomach contained milk and wrapped candies that were seemingly forced down his esophagus. And you also discovered that, but that was the paint the scene question, that the child-sized teeth that told you that you're dealing with a child. The 3 victims are Soft Jimmy, a prostitute, who we now learned was folded up somewhat nasty in a compartment in the opium den. Charla, who was found behind the Limehouse School, where we last saw Miss Swindrake, and Zhao Dong-ai. After the examination of the body, there was a confrontation between Rory Bell, the husband of Charla Bell, and Jenny Johnston, the proprietor of the opium den, that Mr. Pike then diffused by assuring Rory that Hargrave House is capable of solving the case. And Mr. Bell was assuaged by that for now, but also said that in 3 days he would go to the police, which was the conflict that they were tussling about, that Rory is of the opinion that the police should deal with this thing, whereas Jenny thinks they shan't. That's why you guys are here. The undeniable then, am I in the wrong session? No, I'm on the right session. That was all last week. Crazy. The undeniable then had a talk with one of the servants, and found out that Soft Jimmy had a history of being unkind to elderly patrons, and once insulted a connected older gentleman who then brought the police down on the opium den. And the day after that raid, Soft Jimmy was found dead. Then we had our first night phase, our first night phase ever, Saint Osana's house for the destitute, where we find 3 souls who are living there. The first being Cedric Decker, a 11-year-old boy who had a somewhat sheltered upbringing, and now finds himself here, finding that there are fleas hopping around everywhere around him, and is finding out the dimension of the trouble he is in. Then the undeniable, Mix Latimer, had a walk with Fanny, a sex worker, along the canal. And I did not note down anything particularly there, just that there was some gossip shared. And we went over to Mr. Pike's stakeout at the Dog and Whistle. Mr. Pike saw that Rory and Zhao Dong-ai were talking, and Rory and Lin. Lin is Zhao Dong-ai's old friend from they sailed together, and they were talking, getting drunk, and were ready to leave. And then we went back to Eleanor, who investigated the Limehouse school. Yes, I added stuff to the mirror board. Eleanor, who investigated the Limehouse school, and found a window in the back alley that she then proceeded to climb. We went back to Millie Cooper's Lament, a young woman who cradles her baby in Saint Osanna's house for the destitute, and tells her child that once he grows up, he will be a man like his father, immune to consequences and able to act with impunity, not like herself and others of low station who must face the consequences for their actions. Then we had a discovery at the Woolwich Arsenal, which is a pub that the Undeniable led Fanny to. And there, as the rain began to fall, a drop of blood dripped down on Fanny's head, which we found out belonged to a body that was hanging out of a window. And the Mix Latimer and Fanny were of one mind in their assessment that the city is going to the dogs and they should go elsewhere. Eleanor then climbed up the staircase, the facade of the house, fell, and we had our first mask that was done. Was it the first one? It was the first one. When Gwen decided that this is not how Eleanor's night is going to end, told us about Eleanor's lost lover, and the mask asked us to only say, was very, very limited what the mask wanted us to hear. I'm not finding it right now, but it was something along the lines of just say the name. Who were they? Name them. And now we know that lost lover's name was Charlotte. And then Mr. Pike went after Rory and Lynn, who got picked up by a policeman who helped the very drunk Rory to his house. And Rory found himself between hoodlums threatening him and, the Bobby, and had to decide which danger is less uncomfortable to approach. We then heard of Walter McTavish's memories, which was our third unseen prompt. And Walter McTavish was a soldier, and we heard about his memory of his father threatening to disown him if he joins the military, which young Walter McTavish just ignored, trying to make his way. And now he's lying in the house for the destitute, old, destitute, and broken. And all that remains of his life in the army is one single golden button from his uniform, which is the last thing that he has not pawned yet. We then switch back to the Undeniable's third scene, where Mix Latimer and the Man in the Sun Mask meets the Man in the Sun Mask in an alley, and Fanny, the Man in the Sun Mask, and Mix Latimer go to Patricia's, a upscale pub that hides a cosmic horror themed social club in the basement. Mix Latimer gains entry to that social club, charms everybody, and comes out with somebody. We haven't quite established who yet, but I think we had a name, but I did not write it down. But I wrote it in the chat. Anne Wicklow. Anne Wicklow, who we said was somebody who is familiar to the Queen herself, so like really high levels of nobility, and who is quite smitten with Mix Latimer. That was the result of a 12 plus on a night move. Then we ended with we ended, and in our night move we now have one more short scene for Miss Swindrake and Mr. Pike. And since the order was Latimer, Pike, Swindrake. Let's just stick with that. And go to Mr. Pike. You are in the dark, in a dark alley. Behind you are glinting knives and broad shoulders. In front of you are, well, the law and the two people you've been trailing the entire time. And what are you doing?
I think, I think I have a plan. So I'm going to approach the Bobby. And so my plan here is to engage the Bobby. Hopefully the thugs will then go, "This is not worth our time," and go away. And I think I have this map, this detailed map of London. And so my plan is to take that out, scribble a couple X's on it, and then approach the Bobby as a representative of Madam Dr. Eleanor Swindrake, who does some work for Scotland Yard and has sent me in her stead.
And he has Rory, is under one arm of Rory, and it's like, sir, I appreciate that. However, you see, I am quite busy right now.
Indeed, I see you are quite busy helping a civilian friend. I've been sent on official business, sir. I must insist.
Very well. I understand. And they sit Rory down on the stone steps of one house that is nearby, and he straightens up and says, well, sir, how can I help?
Yes. You see, my employer, the Madam Dr. Swindrake, has been contacted by Scotland Yard to assist in some of the difficulties you have been having with the recent unpleasantness in this district.
What do you mean? I guess there's specific unpleasantness that you're referring to, sir.
Yes. Like looks at the two civilians and is like, forgive me for trying to speak delicately. However, if you prefer plain, the murders, sir.
And he looks at you and says, forgive me, sir. I'm not trying to play you for a fool. I'm afraid I still don't know which murders you refer to specifically.
Oh. The who am I looking for? Who was found here? The dock worker. No, the sailor.
Yeah. Let's see what's the situation. Rory is sitting on the stairs drunk. Lynn is next to him, and I don't think Lynn has a super strong opinion. So he probably will just stay out of it. As Constable Lansing is saying, again, you have me at a disadvantage, sir. I don't know what you're talking about, but if you tell me how I can help you, I will do my best. What do you need?
Man, I didn't have a plan on what I needed. I was just hoping to, let's see. So, Ooh, I guess, yeah, maybe being caught out, I will switch tactics and go with you're not actually the person who was sent here to meet me, gambit.
I'm afraid not.
It seems you do not have the information I need. Is there a watch captain nearby I could speak to? It should go without saying. Madam Swindrake does not send her attendant out for nothing.
I assume there's the watch you could go to, like over there in Lansing Street. Other than that, I am afraid will not be of much help to you tonight. So,
Hmm.
sorry for stonewalling you like that, but this is one
No,
thing
no,
that
no.
the character description explicitly says that he doesn't know about it.
Yeah. No, no, no. That's perfectly fine. That's awesome. Excellent. Um, I'll ask him to like mark it on my map for me,
Yeah, he will.
and like bid him farewell. Um,
Hmm. Yeah,
yeah.
he will do that, and then he will, we will pick Rory back up, and as you pass by, or as the three of them pass by you, Lynn, mm, like murmurs something to you, and we just think what that is. Is there any location that we haven't explored yet? Not really. Mm. Oh yeah. Why don't you give me a information move, and we'll see where we go from there.
Okay. Okay. Do you want information move or night move, Dominic? Do you think?
I
Like,
think. Well, if you want to do a night move, then I would ask you, what are you afraid will happen?
yeah. I'm afraid either like one of these two guys is going to clock me, or that like the bandits have just waited until this time, or like are still following me. Um,
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah,
happy for either. I'm happy to follow like either fictional route. I was just curious if you'd prefer the risky gambit to see how this kind of resolves itself.
I kind of always
But
prefer the night move, and also since this is your third scene, I would like to go to a climax. So let's go with the night move, and I could see either composure or reason, and it's both +1 for you. So just give me a roll of +1, please.
okay, awesome.
On the night move. Oh, and
Where
I
is
need to tell you
our?
before you roll. I need to tell you how it's worse than that, though. It's worse than that. Um, they have listened in and they have totally clocked that you are out of your depth here. You don't know the area, obviously. You don't know the people, obviously. Either otherwise you would have known Lansing, and you are an easy mark. So they have totally surrounded you. They're just waiting for Lansing to leave, and once he does, they will pounce.
Awesome. So I'm going to you like mark the map as a way of gaining advantage, right? Is that how the personal quarters items work?
I didn't think about that. But in general, yes, it does. I'm just wondering if it is applicable to this situation, because the problem here is not so much Lansing. The
Is the
problem is the thugs. So if you can
hmm,
tell me how the detailed map of London helps you getting out of this predicament, be my guest.
okay, okay. All right, fair enough.
Or the
I
sewing kit,
will.
or the big ring of iron keys.
Right. Yeah. I will. I'm fine with just the 2d6 +1 then.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh, an 8.
Hmm.
So not terrible.
Not terrible. On the night move, an 8. You do it or hold steady, but there is a complication or cost. The keeper describes what it looks like. Yeah, it is what kind of we're meeting in the middle. They do wait until Lansing is gone, and you try to maybe even go after them, or leave, to the next biggest city, but you find out that it is blocked. You try other ways out of this area, and they're all blocked. And yes, they all they do close in on you, and they will give you a beating, and they will steal some of your stuff. And please note down the condition beaten up, and then please tell me how you escape with your life.
Hmm. Ooh. I think. Um, yeah. Let me know if we need to calibrate this response because I feel like it's going pretty hard.
Go hard.
While Pike gets the shit kicked out of him by a group of dudes, in the scuffle, like it feels like this is a robbery and a beating, but Pike
Hmm.
kills one of these bandits.
Mm.
And then they're like, fuck, and they get out of there, right? Like we didn't want that kind of action, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and so I think that's what happens.
How do you kill the bandit?
Hmm.
Is it like an accident that he falls and hits his head on the cobblestones, or is it something premeditated?
Oh, it's like interesting. It's definitely intentional. It's like a
Hmm.
struggle over a knife, and then instead of like just taking the knife, I like take the knife and stab him on purpose.
Mm.
Like this is happening.
Hmm.
Maybe in a slightly like less adverse situation, Pike wouldn't have resorted to that, but it felt like, yeah, and like it was just like an escalation.
Hmm. Hmm.
Uh, yeah.
Like a desperate fight back after they've already had you curled on the floor,
Hmm.
because you do have the condition beaten up now. And I shall be more active with doling out conditions, because they are annoying to you in the moment, but they are also an important resource for you to play the vulnerable scene, um, the vulnerable move, which then gives you clues, but also allows you to reveal your backstory. So it's not all bad. And that is what the night scene is for. Let's come to the mother, and I would like to start with telling you, dear Miss Windrake, that the climb up the roof has left you exhausted, winded, something along those lines. Whatever you feel is sensible. Or
Yeah.
as Cordova would say, how does it make you feel?
Make me feel. How about frail?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it goes with the whole vibe here.
Hmm.
You
Yes,
know,
and there's this.
go ahead.
Sorry,
No.
I was just saying, you climb up, and as you like have your elbows above the ledge of the window, there is that kid, that child, in this hallway, looking at you, um, with like these deep black eyes, and saying, "Oh, that is surprising."
Yeah, I think she would respond, "Oh, sorry, I don't mind me. I'm harmless. You know, I need to get out of the rain. I'm very sickly." And
Uh,
boy, she looks it.
um, what is that? Ian just dropped in. That's cute. I'm confused.
Oh,
Um, anyway, sorry, that rattled me a bit. A player just dropping in, and writing something in our chat. Yes, so the child gets a bit closer and reaches out the hand and says, "Would you like me to help you in? You seem exhausted."
yeah, that would be lovely, honey. And so as what's the child's presentation?
I would leave that to you.
Okay. So as the child
Hmm.
offers a hand, I climb in and I say, "Thank you, dear." And then remind me the names, and I can look at the mural board, but of whom we don't have a name of a child that is related to this place. We only have a name of the victim who was found out back. Correct?
Yes, we haven't learned names of any children related to the place yet. There are
And
a few
then
suggestions in the sheet, but we haven't met any.
right. So then Eleanor says, "Thank you, dear. I've been quite concerned. I think there's a child that's been slipping out at night. Um, do you know of anyone any of your fellow children that's been slipping out or who might be unusual, different from other children?"
I mean, and the child looks down, and what is it about the clothing of the child that tells you that this is not one of the normal kids of
Um,
the workhouse?
I'd say the clothing is expensive but antiquated and
So
quite
like
worn down. Yeah.
like one of these big, what are they called in English? These big roughly colors.
That might be a
Um,
little more antiquated than I had in mind. That's like 400 years prior, but yeah. So I was thinking just, like a century out of date. But yeah, okay, let's do it. Sure. whatever you like. I mean, that might be a little too weird, but
No,
whatever.
yeah. No, the problem with that would be that it already presupposes or pre-answers the question that you are supposed to answer. Like
Okay,
if it wears 400
that's
year
true.
old clothes, then it's old. So
Well,
maybe
then
like
let's
10
make
years
it.
out of date. I guess that would
Yeah,
still
yeah.
be could be count as like young for a vampire, like 5 to
I
10
mean,
years out of
yeah,
date.
or
But
it doesn't even have to be the vampire. It might be, but it's
mhm,
unusual to meet a child that is wearing expensive clothing in a workhouse. It's just expensive but
yeah,
old, right? And kind of
yeah,
worn.
yeah. Let's go with expensive more than anything else.
Okay.
Like it's wearing like satin and silk, and it's like I usually I'm the only person around here at that time of night. I think I would have noticed if somebody snuck out.
Oh. And what is your name, dear?
It's William.
I'm Eleanor. Nice to meet you,
Oh, I'm
William.
charmed.
Do you? And I'm going to look down at William's feet. Does William have shoes on?
That
Do
is
they
an
look
interesting question.
wet? Or if this is an information
Ah,
roll, I'm happy to make it to try to infer that whether William has been out of the building.
please do make an information roll. I love it. I love the idea of them having wet wet feet, wet naked feet. But maybe you'll find
Right,
something else.
right, yeah, who knows? So I'm gonna assume this is reason because
Yeah,
I'm
sounds
making
good.
a rational inference. Let's see what
Hmm.
I get. A 13.
13?
Yes. So let's look what
Okay,
at
so
this.
that's the second
I find a
mastermind clue.
mastermind
And I
clue.
learned in the meanwhile that mastermind clues are not an like extra clue, but they are supposed to be. Although it says you also find a mastermind clue, it reads like it should be an extra clue, but the book specifies that they should be like tied to the actual clue that you find. So I have to think
Okay.
of something with the first one you found.
Mhm.
Um, let me just quickly see. I think I
Mhm.
already found something, but I'm just looking if I can find something even nicer. No, that's quite nice. Um, yeah, you look down and the William has wet feet, wet bare feet, which is a
Okay.
bit odd. Keeping in mind his the rest of his regalia, and in this quite sparse lighting, maybe you're wrong. It's dark, but it looks like there's caked blood on his like upper calves. Like his feet were or his legs were like doused in blood, and then the lower bit of the feet was has been cleaned in the rainwater and in the puddles. Um, and also now that you look closer, there are like quite hardy stains on his clothes here and there, like something dried on them. And the clue is dried bloodstains in an unusual place.
Okay.
The
Did
unusual
I get
place
that, or is
being
somebody else gonna get that
his
one?
legs. Hmm.
So we've got a clue
Can you repeat
number.
that?
Yes. So the clue in the book is dried bloodstains in an unusual place, and specifically here it is uh, uh, dried bloodstains on a child's clothes, on child's clothes, and and it should be related to the mastermind. So I will say that now that your eyes had time to adjust to the darkness, mm, you notice that the clothing is not only very expensive looking, it's also the cut is quite different, and it looks like something somebody would wear, like maybe your poor old keeper has similar troubles as your character to narrow it down, but somewhere that is not England, like on the farthest reaches of the empire. Like I'm thinking like flowing silk, that kind of thing.
Like from like South Asia or a colony
Yeah.
somewhere else or
Like
something. Okay.
yes, like somebody who has been on a sailing ship to the colonies might have picked up
Okay, cool. Interesting.
and
And that would go
warned
in
someone.
under the mastermind clue list.
Hmm. That's not a specific clue from the mastermind clue list. It's just my way of connecting this clue to the mastermind.
Okay.
So it's a new mastermind clue.
Okay.
But it can go on the clue list, of course, yeah.
So would that go under like A7 then on the clue sheet, on the threats sheet? Yeah.
So something like the Limehouse Lurker is wearing expensive clothing from far away.
Oh, that was wrong. How did I do that? I made it weird.
And maybe to
Okay.
tie that in, to also get the first one out of the way, it is that I said that the candy that you found was already in its wrapper, and it is candy that was produced in, let's say, somewhere in the Caribbean, maybe Barbados, like
Very
something very
nice.
local.
He certainly gets around.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. I added that bit into clue number 2 there, that it's from the Caribbean.
And one is the one with the sweets wrappers made in Barbados in a dead man's stomach.
All right. Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there anything else you would like to get out of this scene, or do we want to have a hard cut here and go to the dawn phase?
I am fine. I am fine with a hard cut because all I was going to ask is, can Eleanor leave safely? I mean, now that she may be in the presence of a vampiric, murderous child. So assuming that's okay, unless you think that's a night move requirement, get out of danger here. I don't know.
I think you are in danger. Yeah, I think I would like you to do that. Tell me what you're afraid of. What will happen while you try to remove yourself from the presence of the child?
I have asked directly about a child who slips out and is unusual. I think William knows what I'm asking about, and maybe William won't let me leave.
What are you afraid we do?
Well, I'm afraid I will be the next victim of the Limehouse Lurker.
So you're afraid he will eat you right then and there?
Right there in the hallway.
Mm.
Little late night,
It's worse than that, though. Not only will he eat you right then and there, but before you die, he will make you talk and tell you where your friends are and who sent you.
Okay.
Okay. And the night move, I think I would go for vitality or composure. Both work, depending on how do you plan to get out of the situation, or even presence, depending on what your plan is to get out.
I think I will. I'm going to pitch composure because it gives me a +1, but maybe that's too meta. Let me describe what I do, and then we can figure it out, because I'll just go narrative first instead of moves. And I'll say, I think Eleanor puts 2 and 2 together and realizes she's likely speaking to the Limehouse Lurker. And so she stops and she says, but it's not particularly important. I'm just concerned because I thought I saw a young person at night the other day, and I was worried that somebody may have gotten out and been lost or harmed. I would hate to have harm come to any child.
Oh yeah, that's considerate.
Trying to cover that I'm not looking for a murderer. I was just here because I care about children. Yeah. That's why I'm sneaking into an orphanage at a workhouse in the middle of the night through an upstairs window.
Absolutely. So it looks like, actually, that sounds like reason to me. Like you're trying to reason yourself out of it. Like give him a good reason why he should let you, or why it makes sense that you're here.
I mean, I'm trying to be rational about it so that he says, okay, this person doesn't know. They're not a threat. Okay. 9. Okay.
Okay.
Not bad.
What is the complication here? I think I will let you go, but you are now marked by the Lurker.
The Lurker, yes. I may very well be the Lurker's next target. Dun, dun, dun. I love it.
Okay. And with that, we come to the dawn phase, our first dawn phase. Yay! But it's also 3 past. Do we want to have a little break here?
Sure. We can do a short one
Sure, 5 or
so I
7,
can refill my
rather.
coffee. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do
and
it.
then we're back 10
7?
past.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7 minutes.
Mhm.
6 minutes.
Yeah.
Good.
Ian, in case you want to have a chat during the break, just be aware that
You're recording.
I'm recording. I don't mind chatting. I like chatting with you, but just be aware that it's recorded.
Fair enough. I might take the break then.
Okay.
I appreciate the heads up. It's nice to see you guys. It's nice to just hang out.
Yeah, it's really interesting to like play for an audience, for an actual audience.
I mean, I hardly think, I'm if anything I'm a ringer, right? But yeah, it's always interesting to Jose and I were talking about this the other day. We were talking about the extent to which this community can be a community, because to a large extent we're just kind of in our little silos a lot of the time. I have my game. Casey and Jose and I are going to have our game on Wednesday night, and I'm just not really aware of what you or Gwen or Sina are up to a lot of the time, Dominic. And so it's really cool to have an insight into what a game is like when I'm not an active participant.
Oh yeah.
I do listen to the podcast feed sometimes, but I find that just listening to it in real time for some reason is like so much more engaging for me.
Interesting. Yeah. I really like what T is doing. That she's always running her games in the public channel on the Open Hearth Discord. And I think the only reason why I'm not doing is just the inertia, like that I have everything set up here. Most importantly, my recording bot. But I really like the idea of having these sessions that are like open to drop in for everybody.
Yeah, totally. It's a real sort of a radical interpretation of the open table.
Absolutely. Yeah. So
you guys are. This is the Between that you're playing.
Yeah, we're playing the Between. It's the third session, so cool. Session 2. And we are in the middle of our first mystery and just finished our first dawn phase, night phase. And that reminds me, good that we have the break, because I'm supposed to read out some text at the end of the first dawn phase. I would have forgotten it if we hadn't had the break.
Glad to be of assistance.
Yes,
I'm really curious, because it seems like because there's some like good supplemental material for these games, the Between, public access, whatever. It's not like other games that I have played where people are either coming up with something from whole cloth, or there's like one specific scenario for the game or something. I would be interested to hear from someone who has run or played, for example, a lot. The different ways that, for example, the Limehouse Lurker has like manifested in, because it's going to be a little different every time, right? So
yes, of course,
it's cool. It's cool for me to think about like the conceptual envelope of the Limehouse Lurker, and all the different ways that it can be. It's cool. Yeah. I would love to read I would read like a scientific paper about that, that would
oh yeah. Cool. What I can say is that I really enjoy this Craft from Brindlewood, or in general this PBTA immersion mystery system that leaves me with an extraordinarily low amount of stage fright as the GM. Like I've never been so relaxed running a game as I have been with Apocalypse Keys, and also now with the Between, because there's this really strong scaffold. There's a little thinking on the spot that I need to do, but that I can also just outsource to my players, which is always nice. And It's really, really refreshing. I really enjoy this. It's very cozy in a way.
It's a funny thing to say about the between and bloodstained children's clothes. I would not describe that as cozy, but
but on this meta level, it's cozy. That like this, just sitting down with coffee and some friends, and just basically, facilitating a almost GM-less game that plays itself.
yeah, cool.
That's interesting.
Well, I'm glad to listen. Glad to get to see you, Dominic, and glad to get to see you, Gwen. I see Casey all the time.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, we've had a standing weekly game for a while now.
Oh, nice.
Hello.
Hey. Okay. So let's
Also,
jump
hi,
back
Ian.
in. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Hi, Seema. Nice to see you.
Let's jump back in. I'm supposed to read a little text to you now because we've now unlocked layer 1 of the mastermind conspiracy.
Ooh.
And it is the mastermind question. This layer is unlocked at the end of the first night phase. Immediately read the following, : Before we move into the dawn, I want to tell you about one more person doing dark work tonight. She's just outside the city, in her lavish country home, sitting in a well-appointed study, in a tall wingback chair upholstered in blue velvet. Her butler, a man so old he seems to be shrinking into his immaculate livery, has just slowly crossed the room to serve her an evening drink. Iced rum. Always neat, an unusual choice, perhaps, in the English countryside. We can see her more clearly now. Mahogany skin, age lines around the eyes that only just diminish her beauty. Dark curls falling over her shoulders. She's wearing a dressing gown of dark blue satin, but more striking is the enormous sapphire at her throat, sparkling in the candlelight. A gem that can easily be traded for a fleet of ships or a small army, should either need arise. She is pondering an enormous map of London mounted to the study wall. There are brass pins shaped like daggers marking out various places in the city, locations important for some grand scheme. You might notice a pin on Hargrave House. Our scene ends when she stands up, crosses the room, and plunges one of the brass daggers into Buckingham Palace. Hargrave House doesn't yet know this woman's schemes against the Empire, but we do. As players, we have our own questions to answer. The mastermind question. How does the mastermind intend to destroy the crown? Complexity 8. Hargrave House will immediately confront her once we've successfully answered it. So then let me check if I already wrote that down in our threads, the actual question.
I think
I
so.
just
I've
wrote
not-
it down.
Because there's no spot for it, like on the character keeper, but
Oh,
on the
That's what you
on
meant.
the on the Miro, and the Miro is a more important thing anyway, as far as I'm concerned.
I've just put it in there.
hmm And that is the main question overhanging the entire thing. Once we've answered this one, there's a final confrontation, and then we're done with that run. Keep that
I
in
have a
mind.
question about the
Mhm.
mechanics here. So I've played Between once before, and in that there in the culminating scene there was kind of an option to quote unquote side with the villain, but that was like felt like very much like a loss condition. You know, like if you fail this role, you will succumb to their magic or whatever, right?
Okay.
In this case, and so that was just a way to win or lose or whatever for things to go well or poorly in the end of the story. For that particular character. But like, what would happen if we find out about this mastermind plan and we're like, yeah, let's destroy the crown? Can
I'm
you
very
side
cool
with the
with that.
villain? I mean, does the mechanic support something like that at all, or is that kind of break the mechanics a little bit?
So let me preface my answer with that I don't have that on the front of my mind right now, how that works in the actual final confrontation as it's written. But just from my own sensibilities, I would say, so first of all, I don't think there's anything in the rules really against that. And also from my own sensibilities, I'm all for that.
Yeah. Like, I was like, oh, I like this woman. Tell me more. Where do I sign up?
And I think that's also kind of the point of her, that she is a quite sympathetic villain.
Yeah, I mean, why should there be this option if then it's not actually mechanically possible? That wouldn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I'm happy to whatever, you know.
see what happens.
Be a turncoat. We'll see. Let's play to find out. But yeah, that's live for me as an option. All right. Sorry. Just wanted to ask.
Absolutely.
No
Okay,
kings,
and then we go to the dawn phase. Dawn phase on the Hunters tab. There we are. And in the dawn phase, we do the following. And here I'm not reading from the character keeper because I know that it can be old. And instead, I print out the reference sheet from the new book. And the reference sheet says, first we collect rewards if a threat was resolved. Oh, I apologize, Gwen. I forgot to point out something to you that I pointed out to the other two when you were gone last week. And that is the shadows in the night. The shadows in the night are basically the idea that the unseen and your own scene in the night scene, but also the scenes during the day scene, I guess, they can be like symbolically or also quite literally linked. And if you manage to link it, you can mark the did you experience it an echo in the night? It's echoes, not shadows. An echo in the night checkbox for an experience point.
Yeah, I think we started to talk about that. And yeah, okay. Well, there's one less bed, so that's why the child is up. It was the echo in the night there.
And the I would suggest an echo in the night that I would. So first of all, it's not on me to decide whether or not you did that. That's your decision to make.
Okay.
But let me humbly suggest that we had the thing with the. No, I was just going for the. I mean, in the broadest sense, we had a child in a workhouse.
Ooh.
Which was the first unseen.
Totally.
Fair.
So if you want to squint a little bit and cheese a little bit, that is totally totally fair.
Okay.
We didn't resolve it. So if like one of us creates an echo in the night, do we all mark it, or do we have to individually accomplish that?
Individually.
Your character needs to experience it somehow, but it doesn't have to. I think if I understood it correctly, it doesn't have to be like, how do you say that? Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be your narration of the night scene that echoes something.
Oh yeah, you can pull in any
that
elements.
You also did. It can be either or, and it can echo anything that happened. If I understood it correctly.
That's the long and short of it. But the way it's described in the book is a bit complicated. But it all boils down to. Yeah, but it all boils down to there needs to be the connection between the night scene. The night scene and the unseen. Sorry, the unseen and the rest of the narrative. That's what it boils down to. And everybody has their own. If you're really interested, I can quickly look it up. It is weirdly confusingly written.
I think it could have used an edit.
As if it's a super complex concept, which it really isn't.
Isn't it in this thing also somewhere?
Let me see under unseen if it's there. Oh, it's like back in the day when we had physical books.
I would love to get a copy of the physical book. It doesn't seem like they're easily available if you didn't get the physical in the Kickstarter.
Oh no, they're not finished yet, right? It's not even in print yet. I think this is like a print on demand, the thing that Dominic got himself.
It's the PDF that I got as a backer, and I just made a print on demand.
Okay, so there isn't a physical copy yet. Well, that explains why I can't find it. It makes sense.
That does explain that.
I want all the, I want the trophy books too, and it's like, when can I have them?
Oh yeah, those I would love.
Yeah, it's very cool. The
rare. It is.
And so I don't find the complicated passage that I had in mind right now, but if you look in the book on page 76, it's quite easily described there. It's also the one that I shared in the chat last week. It says, with all of the above said, we still have an interest in connecting the unseen to the main story, even if that connection is subtle or ephemeral, and maybe even especially if that connection is subtle or ephemeral, because it makes the entire experience more coherent and satisfying. We do this with what the game calls echoes in the night. An echo in the night is when a hunter scene references something in the unseen, and vice versa. the reference can be thematic or it can repeat a motif. So it's a hunter scene. So it is something that happens in the night phase.
Is it? I thought it
Well,
was. I mean, we are all hunters, whether it's day or night.
Yeah, but I don't think that the day phase scenes are hunter scenes. Like hunter scenes, if I'm not totally wrong, are specifically the not unseen parts of the night phase.
I mean, whatever you believe, it doesn't matter. I was just wondering, but also it seems like something that we could easily just ask in the Gauntlet Discord.
That's true. But also, I don't super care. Anyway, I'm putting a undo stop to the game. Let's go back to the dawn phase. We collect rewards if a threat was resolved. There wasn't a threat resolved. We answer the dawn questions. Mr. Pike, you did experience an echo in the night. Do you still remember what it was?
Yeah, I had in the unseen prompt. I had the son leaving the family to join the army, and then like after he had left, the dad like smashed a cup on the desk,
and there were candy wrappers on the table.
Yeah.
That was very cool. There was an echo in the night, harkening back to the day phase. Like in that strict reading, that wouldn't be legal, but I don't care. And Jason Cordova does not tell me what happens at my table. Did you ensure that you enjoy or got credit for your triumphs?
I didn't really have any triumphs, so, or you know what I mean? I don't know. I felt like I was trying. I'm going to try to give as much credit and lean on Eleanor as much as possible, but I don't feel like I was able to pin something specific there. So,
okay. Did you demonstrate obsequious behavior towards your employer in front of others?
I also don't think I don't think so.
Okay. In that case,
I'll try harder.
Please mark 1 XP.
I thought I remembered you being obsequious when we were first presented with the body for her to do the autopsy. You were very much like, oh, the good doctor, blah, blah, blah. And you stepped forward and managed when the husband came in, and I was like, take care of that. I'm busy.
That's
so I thought so. Because I remember that being like, oh, you're doing the thing,
Okay.
Perfect.
Also sounds like totally in keeping that the employer should have a say in this and going, no, you were.
Yes. Thank you, Gwen.
That's right. Yes. I have your annual assessment, your annual review check. Yes.
I got that 53-cent raise.
Miss Swindrake, did you experience an echo in the night? Yes, you did. We just talked about that. Did you put your hands in a pile of guts and love every moment of it?
Always. Every day.
You did. During the autopsy. Here the wording is tricky. Did you have a conversation with the child, not a child, while no one was looking? No,
right. No, not my child yet. I haven't made that person yet. I do have a dawn move. I have a dawn move that I use.
Let's get to that later, unless it pertains to dawn questions.
No, it's clues, so we can wait.
Okay. So, and then Max Latimer, did you experience an echo in the night?
I did.
You marked it? Do you remember what it was?
It was the blood, or that the child in the workhouse was scratching open with the flea bites that were echoing, the vampire bites, the small ones.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember. Did you express a clear preference for the beautiful over the mundane? Yes, you marked it. When was that?
Because I, instead of investigating the body, the fresh body that we found, I instead went, let's get you out of here and go into a nicer place.
Oh, nice.
Let's forget all about this.
Very nice. And did you let someone touch you and then make them pay a price for doing so? You did not mark that.
Would have done with that guy, but oh well.
You didn't want to. Fair enough. Then we mark new elective dawn questions, or leave either or both the same, and then we resolve any special playbook moves and shit. And I should tell you, just because I myself, like one thing that I don't really love about the Soul Dawn question system is that I think it is meant as a like role-playing guide and as a prompt and as a scaffolding. And then sometimes the play leads you to a place where you could have very nicely used a different Dawn question. I let's just say I'm not looking at your Dawn questions all the time.
It's like a teacher who's like, I don't care if you have written some notes or whatever. You learn something when you're doing that.
Yeah, like in the end, I think the like this idea that you mark them, or like that you choose them once and then they stay with you for the entire day is counter to what they're supposed to do, and that is to facilitate role play.
I guess that makes sense in a way.
And then that would be much better served if you just go through it and go like, well, actually, I won't have a conversation with the child while no one is looking, but there's a great opportunity for me to show physical affection towards, or like put secretly engage in romantic or emotional behavior at odds with my aloof logical exterior. So I'll do that, even though I didn't mark it in the Dawn phase.
So I could choose to change
himself. Sorry.
I could choose to change my Dawn question here, since I don't have a child yet to talk to, and choose it to one for next time.
So now we are in the phase of the game where you choose a new one anyway, unless you want to stick with the old one. And I'm saying, even if the later point you have like this one where you're like, ah, dang, this is the moment where I could play this other question that I didn't choose. I don't care.
Oh, but do I get one or two Dawn questions?
Two.
Okay, so yeah, I'll do the dismiss the possibility of the supernatural explanation despite everything I've experienced.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I don't have a potential for my secret romantic behavior. I could be emotional behavior, I guess. But anyway, I'll go with
In terms of like practical player advice, I would suggest you try to play towards the ones you chose. But again, if there's a golden opportunity to play one that you didn't choose, then take that. God's sake. And now there is the moment where we resolve any playbook or special moves that are resolved during the Dawn phase. I think Mr. Pike has something there, and so does Miss Swindrake, I heard.
Yeah, so we had talked at the end of the last session about I was reconsidering the move I took during character creation. So I have switched that, and I took day work instead, which triggers during the dusk phase.
Oh, dusk, not dawn. Ah, okay.
Yeah. The move when we did character creation did trigger during the dawn phase, but like I say, I thought about the available advancements and all that stuff, and decided to take day work instead.
Okay, and the one that would have triggered in the dawn phase is Memory is the Servant, where you get an item from the last night scene. Also fun. But you didn't pick that, so you must wait for the dusk phase. Miss Swindrake, what's about your dawn move?
Well, my dawn move is the weirdly called the dawn. It's a dawn move called night work. So I guess this is the end of the night. So it's not dawn work; it's night work. So during a Hargrave House night phase, like the one we just had, I can help Scotland Yard or examine corpses or do house calls or whatever, and I can work on the child. I get to choose 3 from the list below. So I can find a clue. I can find a clue for a future threat. I can acquire a body part for the child, which then that can be chosen more than once, or I find a keepsake and I ask another hunter to describe it. So why don't I go ahead with, I'll find a clue and definitely 1 body part, maybe 2. I've got a lot I need to get. So in the interest of someday having a child, being truly a parent, a mother in this case, I'll do 1 clue and 2 body parts. And I get to just pick. I want to find a head.
Oh, tell me about it.
So I think that the body, so let's say that in the process of doing this autopsy, I take organs out and examine them and weigh them, and this is how autopsies work. And I seal the person back up, and then it's like, okay, this body is ready to be handed over to the family or whatever. Or if we're not doing the police, then I've done my examination. The husband can have the body, but I did not put the organs back in because there's really no reason. I mean, I don't know, maybe there is a reason, but she doesn't. And she then takes them to, she examines them and realizes that these aren't fit for her child. So she maybe she does. Oh my God, sex organs? Jiminy Christmas. No. So she takes them to, no, let's do it this way. Let's just say I do steal some from this body. I just won't steal the head because he can't exactly return it to the husband without a head. So I take her heart and her lungs.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, these are in beautiful shape, unaffected by this murder. In fact, the exsanguination has preserved them perfectly in their living state. So I package them up discreetly and hurry back to my laboratory at the end of near the end of the night and hastily prepare them for preservation and later use. And I also noticed something in doing all of this that is a clue.
How do you store them? Out of
I
curiosity.
would imagine something. I mean, like formaldehyde is what would be used if I were storing them on a shelf in a science lab, but I don't know if that makes them unusable. So let's say it's some variant of that, like a chemical solution that keeps them organically stable. Yeah? Do you have a suggestion?
I mean, I don't think that would actually work that way, but tying it to your Lister stuff, it's actually not, it wouldn't work that way anyway, cares. Tying it to the Lister stuff, I did go down a rabbit hole of reading about all of his advancement of medicine. And I wanted to mention that I think I wanted to change your items to like specifically carbolic acid and like a kit that uses that because it's used for surgical after surgery to clean and disinfect wounds without. Anyway, it would also not work, but let's just say it does in this world, and then it would tie in. I don't know.
And just to make it extra weird and Frankensteinian, let's say that it's subtly electrically charged carbolic acid. So there's like a little, you have to have the machines that go, bzzz, in a lab like this. So, yeah. So I should change that to one of my personal quarters items? Is that what you're suggesting?
Because when I was saying about Lister, what I meant was more that having the knowledge and means to actually use that, and therefore I think it makes sense for it to just be actual carbolic acid. And what else was he using? I don't know. Like, the stuff to dress a wound that would be befitting at the time. And that you would be also, of course, on the cutting edge because he was very much ridiculed for a long time by a lot of his colleagues. And I think that fits with the character.
We mock what we don't understand. Yes. I love it.
Very nice.
So yeah, and of course that's why you see the quote unquote mad scientist always has the crazy hair. It's because of the static electricity.
Yes. That's what I always assumed. So tell me this clue that you find, is it one that I describe, or is it one for a future thread that you describe?
So it was supposed to be one that you describe. I can recommend. Well, you know what? How are we doing on this threat? Are we in need of more? I mean, we always can use more clues, but 1, 2,
yeah, there
3,
is a
4.
second question coming after you've answered the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's true. So we've got 5 clues right now, and the next one is going to be a -6. So we might as well take one more clue. Yeah, that you describe for this threat.
Yeah, just to let you not be confused, the next one is not going to be complexity 6. That's just the default that's in that keeper. I can just tell you it's 4. So you don't need a million more.
And currently we have 6. I think there's one clue I didn't mark on the sheet possibly, and instead just put them on the mirror board.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can look at the mirror board open as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I see 6 clues here. Dried blood stains. Is that on there? Yes. Fresh blood dripping from the body?
That's the one that I didn't put probably.
That's the one that's missing. All right. We can add that. I mean, I if we can't, at least something like the clues would be nice to have in the keeper as well.
Yep, I've done it.
That's where thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. All right.
Also, you might have noticed that I put the character sheets on the mirror board because they're so pretty. In case you want to use them, you can just write on them.
Yeah, they are pretty.
Whatever is nicer for you. And I also put the mysteries on the board. And if you click on them, there is this toolbar that's appearing, and up there's like this 1 of 4, 2 of 4, 3 of 4, and you can use that to flip through the pages of the mystery or any PDF we upload. That's a very handy feature that Miro has, that you can just throw entire PDFs on a board that are even flippable.
Where's that?
Let me just quickly share my screen.
Or that?
Entire screen. This one. Here, if we go to the mysteries, and then up here there's this. Click, and then
cool.
wait a second.
Oh, I didn't realize. That's cool.
Yeah.
Ha! Fantastic.
Mm-hmm. And the really cool thing about that is that it only changes it for use for yourself.
Oh, amazing.
So all of us could read in that document if we wanted to at different pages.
That is cool.
Ah, not bad at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I think like Miro, if it wasn't so annoying with the payment options, I think is the only thing that I would even prefer to the classical character keepers. Because like this thing that you can just put PDFs in and then write on them is just amazing.
Forever looking for other options that are like Foster or something like that. But I haven't really. I have to stop myself from digging too deep and spending hours and hours on that nonsense. So I have a few in my back of my mind, but
Okay, so the clue, you wanted one. No, you didn't tell me. Do you want one from me, or do you have one yourself?
No. I can. Am I muted? No. Yes. Okay.
No,
I can come up with one.
I also have one ready. Just your decision.
No, go ahead. If you've got one ready, mine was just. I was thinking more of how I discover it rather than what it is, which is just in taking away the organs. I notice another feature of the dead body.
Yes.
It tells me more about the perpetrator.
As you move back home to Hargrave House, to your laboratory, I imagine it's like in subterranean, because it's colder down there, it's easier to store organs and things. You pack away the organs in their alchemical tanks, and you hear a drip, drip, drip behind you. And you turn around and you see that I also furthermore imagine that you have a what is the collective noun? Rack of these coolers that you use for dead bodies in the morgue, like one of those. And there is behind one of the doors there is a trickle of blood coming through, and it's like bleeding through the door. And as you open it, you find a body. I will leave it to you whether or not you put the body in there. But if you put it in there, you didn't put it in there in that state of being completely ravaged. No, actually, I won't leave it to you. I find it nicer if you didn't put it in there. A fresh body that you don't know, that is bleeding from a quite rough head wound or neck wound, and is missing its face. And on its chest is a little like slip of paper, and in quite nice handwriting, there is a note saying, "I like you, William." The clue is, I just had it, and it's a clue for the Limehouse Lurker. I just need to find it again. A pool of half-coagulated blood in a dark subterranean place. So, and of course, the adapted clue is a bloody body without a face in Miss
Eleanor's.
Miss Swindrake's morgue.
Yes. Lovely. Like, oh, and so William knows where I live. Because initially
Yes.
she opens it up and looks down and is like, "What, Mr. Pike, I say, have you?" No. Oh, there's a note.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm
Although
looking forward to the
the
vulnerable scene with Mr. Pike, actually.
yes, although the move doesn't say that it has to be a clue for this mystery, and I deliberately phrase it so that it also fits for the next one, which I will introduce in a second. So let me just go to there, because that is the next thing that happens. Now, if nobody has any other things they would like to conclude during the dawn phase, we go over to the day phase, where the keeper presents a new threat if there are less than 3 active threats. And I already wrote the text of it, put the text of it in the character keeper for more or less easy copy and pasting by Zina. And it is Sally No Face. Let me just drink a sip of coffee before I start reading.
Sally No Face. So that's interesting. Did William bring me a victim of Sally No Face? So interesting. Okay.
The
What
Daily
a terrible
Telegraph
name.
has a story about a washerwoman named Clara Yarbrough, who was found dead in a hallway of a tenement house in Whitechapel. Her face had been carefully removed. This is the third such crime this month. The other 2 victims, Edward Clive and Dolly Merriweather, also lived in Whitechapel. People are already saying it's old Sally No Face who's doing it, but Sally No Face is just a legend. Children have been singing her song in the streets for as long as anyone can remember. Poor old Sally trapped in a fire, her looks burned up without a trace. If you're lovely with a fate most dire, she'll come and take your lovely face. Is the text of the song that I won't sing. Who gets the question? Because it is a hunter of my choice. Who got the lost one? Do you remember, you guys?
I think it
Maybe
was
you remember.
Gwen
Maybe remember. Would I
I
tell
think
you
it
what
was
what the
Gwen
question was?
about
Yeah.
how do
Oh
you
yeah.
know that the vampire
It
is
was
in a
right.
body?
It was yes. It was
Yeah,
the hunter with the highest reason. That's why it was Gwen.
Oh, I have no reason whatsoever.
who
So
needs
then
it?
in
Because
this
that's pretty.
case, I think I would be more interested if Mr. Pike had a history with Clara Yarbrough. What is it?
Interesting. Oh, I think Clara has to be the best washerwoman in all of London, probably. When you work with someone who is routinely getting bloodstains all over their clothes and needing to also maintain looking nice, I think you need contacts with folks who can take care of some of those things for you. So yeah, I think Pike and Clara go a ways back in the service industry way.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. I think you need someone who can source gall soap.
Mm-hmm.
That is interesting. Okay, so and this mystery has 3 questions, and other than in the Limehouse Lurker, the 3 questions are not consecutive. So it's not you answer one and then you answer the other, but they're all at the table at the same time. And if you read through them, we will see that they kind of preclude one another. So there's basically 3 options how to solve the case. First one is to find out where the killer is hiding, which is a complexity 4 mystery. And it gives you the option then to resolve the threat by infiltrating the killer's lair and then capturing or destroying them. Alternatively, you could also try to find out how is the killer choosing their victims. And that would lead to the opportunity to resolve the threat by luring the killer to you and then capturing or destroying them. which is complexity 6, or the most difficult way to solve it is to find out what the true identity of the killer is and what drove them to the madness, which would allow you to resolve the threat by emphasizing with the killer and then bringing them in peacefully. And you don't have to make the decision now. You make them during the dawn phase when you always deal with questions and clues and all that shiz. And that leads us to the day phase. As always, you don't need to be together all the time, but you can. Where would you like to start? Who has an idea?
Oh, I mean, clearly Eleanor's like, I learned quite a bit from that body. I should go find the previous victims and stick my hands in their guts and discover more.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I can find, now that I have a very clear idea about who the Limehouse murderers Lurker is, and I, of course, will inform my colleagues, which I don't, I may have a vulnerable scene with Mr. Pike when I see that he's been beaten up. And maybe he sees that I am like quite clearly frail and exhausted right now, look extra sickly. But after that, it would be, maybe I can discover a way to thwart the Limehouse Lurker by examining the other victims. That's what she might be thinking.
So your first port of call is to go to the mortuary where the other bodies are?
After I'd connected with the other hunters, yes.
Oh, yeah, so we can have a little breakfast scene, maybe.
Yeah, Mr. Pike.
Will you all meet?
His beat-up face.
Yes. Where do you meet for breakfast? What do you think, you guys?
I have an idea, but I don't want to hog.
Oh, go ahead.
I would imagine that, Eleanor being a proper quote-unquote lady, as she is, and having a manservant, she would have, Hecate over, and Mr. Pike would prepare tea and biscuits for the three of us, and then he would join us after he serves us. If everyone's okay with that. That feels like, in my drawing room, of course, or wherever.
Do you have your?
I think
your own...
Hecate will probably go look at the biscuits and go like, I prefer something heartier. Would you mind poaching me some eggs? Oh, sorry.
Absolutely.
Eleanor just nods. This is after, of course, Eleanor meets Pike in the hallway in the morning and is like, Mr. Pike.
Madam Doctor.
I see that your face has had an altercation. Were you involved in that?
Unfortunately, I was. The London night is dangerous. And you know me. Without your guidance, it is easy to fall afoul of those dangers.
I find your answer, though entirely true, to be unhelpfully vague. Perhaps you could be more forthcoming. Too much drink again, or was this something more untoward?
Oh, definitely something more untoward. Disreputable gentlemen got the better of me in, I can't remember the exact neighborhood we were in, but yeah, the district of the Dog and Whistle.
Limehouse.
Limehouse, yes.
Were they just common street thugs, or did they have motive, perhaps, related to something we've been doing? Were they preventing an investigation, for example, or is this simple bad luck?
It feels like simple bad luck, madam.
How unfortunate.
It's certain, and winces a bit, but it certainly was. Although I may have left them with a lasting memory strong enough that they may not trouble me again. Although I would prefer to just avoid that possibility.
And so I think at this point, Eleanor is just a little bit distracted, and she is clearly foggy-headed, so she is carrying like a saucer with like a strong black coffee in it. And she says, I'm having trouble thinking. And the whole thing down, right? Because this is her vice, right? And and you can see that she looks paler than usual, right? She's like, very well. I will need the rest of that pot that you've prepared. I don't know. I'm assuming you prepared it because why would I make my own coffee? What am I, a peasant? And but then she looks and she says, and Mr. Pike, this is just entirely unacceptable. You will, at this moment, accompany me into the study where I can attend to that face. It is truly unfortunate. The wounds, I mean, good man. And then, she continues to like down the whole pot in 6 quick slams of a delicate ceramic cup while she's like cleaning your wounds more thoroughly. You did a fine job, but and this is how she shows care for you, right? She like berates you for getting beat up and, fusses over you when you're hurt or something, right? And so she mother hens for a moment, and then you should be more careful. Like I've told you 1,000 times not to, that when they bring their fists towards your face, to move your face out of the way. This is, why can't you follow a simple command? This is her, this is actually her, this is me doing the vulnerable move.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the hunter whose vice is in play. What's Pike's vice? I don't actually. I need to look.
Cigars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, whether you want to be smoking one or not, so that you can share something about your past in clear condition, is up to you.
I think it's only going to be one, no?
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Already do.
I think Mr. Pike, for some reason, can do more than one personal scene. So
both of us can. Both the employer and the employee can have more than one vulnerable move in a phase, as long as one of them is exclusively. So since this scene is exclusively us, we could also both have a scene with Mix Latimer if we wanted to.
Okay.
I don't think I have conditions that can be clear, to be honest.
Right. Yeah, that's fair.
So here's the question, though: since I'm currently engaging in my vice and initiating this move, I clear the condition, but Pike doesn't. And Pike would have to initiate with Mix Latimer, or does Pike also clear on this? Because it doesn't say anything about it says the hunter whose vice is
each.
Oh, you each. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So you could, as Casey suggested, you could have just a breakfast between the two of you, and then have a second scene with Mix Latimer. And you can both clear one condition and then decide a clue that you want to find while you talk during the events of last night.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. It's a group. Clue.
Can I just ask a clarifying question? So I thought we were having breakfast, but then Gwen said that basically, well, this is after your vulnerable scene that is now happening, right? So we basically just flashed back. Is that correct?
That's what it felt like.
I just imagined she would react in this way. It could very well be when Mix Latimer is there. So maybe
I'm fine with me not being around and not even noticing at first that anything had happened to your face until I actually look at you.
But also, Mr. Pike and Miss Swindrake could have their own little scene later. The second one.
No, it's fine. Like I said, I think that's fine. I think it also makes sense because Mix Latimer will probably not be an early riser.
Yeah. I like the idea that we've caught this like coffee in the morning thing, and then Mix Latimer shows up. I'm curious though if while sewing up Mr. Pike to some extent, if Eleanor does say anything of her past, or if we get a look back at anything there.
I have an idea. So let's say I'm cleaning your wounds and says, I haven't cleaned a split brow like this since Charlotte. Have I spoken of Charlotte to you before? She was someone very important to me that I lost. Scarlet fever. I couldn't bring her back. I tried everything.
Not to be too
Put it on
forward,
fire.
man. Oh, mm.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Is that? No, I think I don't think I would question your child thing yet. I don't think so. So we'll leave it. Yeah, that's fine. I'm
Yeah.
good with that.
I mean, I just
Because
met
you were
Heart and
clearly a
Lungs. I
doctor.
just started.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Although
Okay.
that's clearly what. There's a veiled reference to the fact that that's what generated the obsession. Right?
Yeah. I like that. Perfect. Okay. Excellent.
No longer frail, but still marked.
Yes, and
Awesome.
Mr. Pike obviously also can clean the beaten up condition after that loving care by Mother. And seeing that we are right on the hour, I suggest we have the second break. Doesn't have to be long, but I do need to read through the Sally No Face thing. I did earlier, but not as well as I thought I had. So 5 minutes is fine for me. How about you?
That works.
Okay, let's meet back 5
I'm just
past.
laughing because my character hasn't had any scene yet.
I'm sorry. We can do that.
Yeah,
all
I kind of
good.
get. I didn't.
All good.
Yeah.
Okay. We just had our breakfast between Mr. Pike and Miss Swindrake. Mix Latimer, how are you spending your morning? Sleeping, I guess? Sorry, Sina, I'll go to somebody else.
No, it's okay. I've just finished chewing.
Okay.
But if you don't mind, actually, I would like to retcon this. I don't think Hecate has spent the night in Hargrave House. I think after they, charmed everyone in this, whatever, I can't remember, establishment that they went to. I think, because they had given money to Fanny to take a room and wait for them once she's tired of hanging out. So I think they went to visit her, and maybe it's just sort of mid-morning. They've already had their coffee and their scene and whatever, and that's when Hecate comes in the same clothes, probably smelling of smoke and a little bit disheveled, but with the air of somebody who's just spent a very enjoyable night. And I think at that moment, that is also why they are like, ooh, I could really do with something heartier. Quite,
I wonder how your evening with Miss Anne Wicklow ended.
Good question. Maybe she came with us. Maybe she joined us all.
I
don't know. I mean, I don't know what kind of side character you had in mind here, because if that
nothing in
fit,
particular. Like we can form that in play, but just somebody very well connected. It might be a airhead debutante. It might be somebody very shrewd. Whatever.
Maybe we both showed her a good time. Sorry. I mean, this is rather an adult game, so why not?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. And I think in the morning she is excusing herself and says, "Oh yeah, I have business to attend to. Don't wait for me." She goes out for a smoke. I think the good ending for scroll up for the name for Miss Wicklow. And in the morning she just I don't know, does Mix Latimer sleep? Like in general, as a habit?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think because wouldn't it be sad to give that up, because it's so enjoyable. You can dream of beautiful things.
Absolutely. Yeah, you dream of faraway places and a certain like a beach under 3 moons and the Black Sea lapping the shores, and it's like in the distance on like far further down the beach you see the men with a sun mask winking, and then you wake up, and just to give Miss Wicklow a little bit more mystique. You see her standing in the doorframe with a cigarette on a long holder in hand, and it's going like, that was really lovely. I shall get in touch with Hargrave House soon. Ta-da! And closes the door behind herself.
This isn't by chance my mastermind clue, is it? Is it just
Do
flavor?
you have a mastermind clue?
I still have one outstanding, yes, because at the time when I rolled my 13 or whatever it was, the mastermind had not yet been introduced.
How many mastermind clues are rolling around here?
A total of 2 so far.
Oh, I think Dominic earlier gave us that one that we were missing.
I thought that was the one for Gwen.
One.
Yeah,
he used that to tie both of them to the same thing.
So I remember 2 mastermind clues. One is the one for Gwen in the very first roll, and the second one is the one that Gwen got today. I don't remember you getting one, but doesn't matter. You can totally write that down as a mastermind clue.
The reason I'm asking is because currently on the mastermind sheet, it says mastermind clues to be given out later on the Miro board. And that is one I wrote down because I rolled a 13 at some point.
Yeah, you did roll a 13 last time, but that was not for a information move. That was for the night move. It was for the night move.
Oh, whoops.
That's why you have Miss fuck's sake, weird names. Miss Chloe as a recurrent side character with ties to highest society.
Does that,
Queen herself.
Okay, so it still means we still are owed that one for Gwen's second time.
No, you already got that. You already got that.
I thought they would.
It got updated on the threat on the threat tab in the Keeper.
Okay.
But it didn't get translated over to the Bureau board. It just happened earlier. When,
the 2 mastermind clues we have in play are the sweets wrappers made in Barbados, found in a dead man's stomach, and the Limehouse Lurker wears expensive foreign clothing.
Oops, I'm sorry, I missed that bit. I thought that was just an update to the other one rather than a new one. Okay, cool. Excuse me. All good.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
I'm sorry.
All good.
No, it's all good.
Okay, so then no mastermind clue, just flavor. All good. I think, like I said, I think Hecate will just, come in and have some poached eggs, courtesy of Pike. And I think also this might be the first time they really put, really look at you to say thank you and then go, oh, what happened to your beautiful face? I see, the doctor's already taking care of you, but my God, you must be more careful. I wouldn't want you to break your lovely, lovely nose.
Thank you. But yes, we all find our ways to enjoy the night.
Oh, well, I didn't take you for somebody who enjoyed fisticuffs.
Oh, the enjoyment was not mine, sadly. No.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think they're the cleverest,
Yeah,
like I said, I don't. Huh?
Reason -1, yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of presents.
I
think there's no point in me having a vulnerable scene because I don't think my conditions can be cleared like that, because marked by the sun man in the sun mask, definitely not. And the other one can only be cleared by me taking a new move.
Yes. There is a point in having a vulnerable move, though, and that is, first of all, to reveal some of your past, should you want to do that. And the other one is to find a clue, should you want to do that.
I don't know. I feel like I'd rather... It sounds stupid, but I'd rather get into the day. Unless someone else would want to have one with me, because that's also a possibility.
No, that works for me. Absolutely. Did we as a group have to come up with a clue from the vulnerable move Pike and Eleanor had?
Yes, you do. And you haven't, I think.
Exactly. So let's do that.
Yes.
Yeah. What do we think?
I mean,
Could it
if
be?
you'll allow me to be kind of a little silly about it, I'm so out of character, so to speak. The thugs were just randos, or were they sent by or related to the crime, or maybe the mastermind or something? Can I stipulate that they are actually tied into the plot somehow? They were just brought. They were sent to like disrupt the investigation a little bit, or just like as an interesting test for us by the mastermind, perhaps.
Who
Or
is
is it
said you? I didn't get the
the
beginning of the
thugs
sentence.
that attacked
Oh, the
Pike?
thugs.
Yeah, can they be related to one of the mysteries instead of just random?
They totally can be. Absolutely. I
Not to the
would be
mastermind, right?
interested. I would be interested to to hear what the actual clue there is.
Yeah, so I can imagine I'm cleaning your face up and I go, huh, like I look at I'm like one of them who you left an imprint of a ring on your forehead. That looks like is that like a bull? Isn't that a men's club? You know, it's got the rooster and the bull on the sign. It's called the Cock and Bull.
Fantastic.
hmm Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, obviously, Hecate wants to go and check that out.
Nice. Well, yeah, you're better you than me.
Yeah. Well, you know, you've got your pass to enter, don't you? See.
Pretty to be beaten up.
It seems like in the between, weirdly, so in public access, there is something called floating clues that don't belong to a particular mystery. It seems like by the book there isn't such a thing in this game, but I
No, I
think it
think it's
would.
also because it was probably written earlier.
Mm, but I think it would make sense to have floating clues that you can tie in whenever they fit,
We can just open
particularly
another tab.
with these things where it's not like immediately clear if the cock and bull relates to Sally No Face or the Limehouse Lurker.
Sure.
Do you want to? Should we just have another floating clue tab
Yeah, I
then?
think that is a good idea.
Love it.
Awesome.
What did you call this now? Or maybe
The
do you
Cock
want to
and
just write
Bull.
it in?
Sure, I can. Where am I writing it in the floating clue?
So there's a floating clues tab next to Sally No Face.
Mm-hmm.
Should probably move it around at some point anyway. But there it is for now.
On Miro?
No, I just put it in the.
Sure.
The keeper. Okay.
But I'm happy to also do that later in the mural.
Mhm.
Yep. Floating clues. All right. So, I will say thugs that beat up Pike or ring from a men's club, the Cock and Bull.
Okay, I don't know how this fits, but now I actually have a thought of I have a thought about another clue.
Oh,
I have an idea for another clue. Therefore, maybe we should have a vulnerable scene after all.
Okay. I'm very happy to do that. So, set the scene for us, please.
With whom would it be, do you think? I feel like it could just be during breakfast, and it could be either of you.
Yeah,
But
you can just
maybe it would
come
make
later and have it
sense
with
for
both
it.
of them.
Oh yeah, it could be, of course. It definitely makes sense to have Eleanor there because of my idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I'd be happy to step if you're going to engage in your vice, which is extravagant spending. Has something been ordered to the house, and Mr. Pike has to go to attend to delivery while you have your scene.
oh
Crates
yeah.
and crates of ham.
Yeah, because I had already considered that I was definitely doing extravagant spending on, the sex worker just as flavor, but that obviously doesn't work now. Yeah, so maybe I'm just sending you out with like a list of all sorts of
Perfect.
delicacies that you should be picking up because I've already pre-ordered. You just need to, give them my name and it's fine. And, give you this, an inordinate amount of cash. to do with, as you please. And obviously, do make sure to tip everyone. I mean, this is how I get the best, the choicest product at all times. So, and
That's lovely.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I guess you are running errands for me. I don't know actually. How does Eleanor feel about this? I mean, this is me, the player. I'm pretty sure Hecate doesn't pay that any mind.
That you're doing this, having this sent, and
Mhm.
what
Yeah, that
what
Pike.
part am I
That
supposed
I'm
to?
just like, oh yeah, you can be my errand boy also.
Yeah, that you're using my man to run your own errands. And oh well, she might grumble. Yeah, I should be. Only if you're free. I can't dictate what you do in your free time, what your hobbies are, like entertaining other people's desires. That's only allowable when I don't happen to have any at the moment. Fine. Like that.
Thank you, Madam
Great
Doctor.
setup to have a fucking vulnerable scene.
Right?
But I think, yeah, maybe this is great. This is actually good because maybe Hecate may be, a bit slow to catch on, but I think this is obviously noticeable even to them, and they do like to, have, I don't know, just a pleasant, pleasurable time with the people around them. So they'll go like, oh, I apologize, Miss Swindrake. Good doctor. I do apologize. I should not have presumed. But you'll be happy to know, on the list of things that Pike is picking up is also a new batch of, the carbolic acid that you need for your, well, I don't know for what, because I wouldn't dare to pry. But I just thought,
Fair
I have
enough.
some contacts. I thought I would
I'd like
just,
that.
sorry, what?
No, I apologize. I jumped in. I thought I'd stopped.
No, it's fine.
Go ahead.
I'm finished.
Okay. So yeah, she goes, oh, just experiments. But I'd be very interested in, yes, acquiring that. That would be lovely. Um, Thank you, Mix Latimer. That's very kind of you. I suppose, yes, if Mr. Pike has a moment of free time to assist you, I have no, I would not, I would not oppose. Feel free to avail yourself of his formidable resources.
Oh, it is much appreciated. Thank you. But I mean, speaking of, you wouldn't mind letting me in on your experiments? I'm just a curious person. And so many things in this world have become dull. So somebody as intelligent and as forward-thinking as you could just provide me with, a new sense of excitement.
Hmm. How do you feel about cadavers and post-mortem autopsies, experimentation, the study of and manipulation of dead tissues and flesh? That is the focus of my scientific research right now. I can show you more because there is much more that may satisfy your curiosity, but I wanted to, shall we say, check in before exposing you to what may be considered graphic and visceral, anatomical.
I mean, there can be an odd beauty in, witnessing the mortality of human flesh. It is maybe a curious pastime, but not one that I'm opposed to.
Exactly. It is exquisitely beautiful. Here, come with me. And then she gets up and she's excited and she rushes to the cellar door, beneath the stairs, and ushers you down. And there's a large clunk metal door we have to pass through into this subterranean kind of like crypt-like stone, damp basement lab. And there's there's a table where a body would, looks like kind of like a 19th century coroner's room. And there's a wall of of where you would keep corpses in under, hopefully cold if possible, or you can pack them with ice, and there's vials, and it's also got like an alchemical thing going. But in what she says, here, come, this is my lab, welcome. This is, a variety of different experiments I conduct here. But here, come look at this. And she brings you over to a small table that has, a dim light above it that she turns on. And in it is a small piece of flesh that is hooked up to a bunch of wires that go off to some like chemical battery. And she hooks things up and she can watch this. And there's a dial and she slowly turns it up and the bit of flesh starts to move. And this is her. You see, I've discovered that with exactly the right electrical signals, the human body can be given life of a sort. And this is very simple, but were I to adequately connect all of the parts of a human form such that the electrical current could move through it in just the right amperage, wattage, voltage, I believe it could create a self-sustaining current that would allow the normal metabolic processes to restart, thus reanimating preserved dead human tissue. Indeed, perhaps even the greatest frontier, the brain, bringing someone to life.
Fascinating.
That's the goal. As you can see here, and she gestures to the wall where you can see there's a heart and some lungs in this strange fluid that's hooked up to another set of batteries. And she says, I have these preserved, ready to reanimate. I'm not going to activate them now because I do fear that there's a limited life. But when I find enough parts to put together, I will again conduct this experiment. And she gestures at the tissue. And on these body parts reformed, and it will be as if she had never died.
Fascinating. It reminds me of, the alchemists back in the day trying to create gold from lead. And here you are trying to create life from death. Wonderful.
Precisely. In fact, some of the tomes of Paracelsus have been exceedingly helpful in the preservation formula. I was brought to this study. This is we're doing a vulnerable scene here?
Yeah.
Okay. So she just says something like, I was brought to this by, she's not sharing with you in the way she did with Pike. With my first encounter with death of an intimate relation. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, just out of character. I think, what I was trying anyway is that, trying to allude to the fact that Hecate is quite old. Because it wasn't, but just alluding, it's like the alchemists. Not saying that, I read about it. No, it reminds me of the time.
Oh. So, yeah, I think that's where I was going to ask, is that she was going to, instead of talking about her own past, she was going to shift to say, like, you seem to know a little bit about this. Have you studied or where?
Oh. Well, I've always loved to be around those who are, who think a bit further and beyond what we as a society thinks possible. So, I've had some friends who were quite enamored with that idea. Of course, it turned out not to be quite so simple, but, nonetheless, you never know. You have to explore these ideas when you have them.
But the alchemists haven't been active for hundreds of years.
Well, I have my own ways of keeping this pristine.
You mean to tell me?
Huh?
Would you like? Are you okay if Eleanor makes the inference here? Like, do you mean to tell me you may be older than you appear? Significantly so?
Oh, indeed. But I think this is a good place to cut, in fairness.
Yeah, fair.
Yes.
But
what is the clue?
So actually, okay, this sounds a little silly, but maybe we can. Yeah, no, I mean, I guess it doesn't really have to have happened right in the scene, right? But I think maybe in the whole process of you showing me these things, we also maybe well, I'm assuming you've probably taken the body out that you found in the, that was stashed somewhere.
Yeah, let's say it's on the table because I had been examining it.
Yeah. And maybe we just spoken about all sorts of, well, and what is this? Is this part of your experiment? That sort of thing. And
This may be related to our investigation, that sort of thing. Yeah, that works.
yeah. And so my thought was that maybe what I don't, oh, sorry. You know what? I'm realizing now that maybe my idea was not as fully fleshed as I thought it was, because
Okay.
I don't know my own mind sometimes. But what I'm trying to do is also connect this body now to Sally No Face, obviously, because there's no face. And I'm wondering if literally it could be as easy as having that also as that clue, or if we should tie it in some other way to that. You tell me.
What do you mean?
The body that was found. Wait, let me just. What does the exact clue say? Here, the body without a face in Eleanor's laboratory. And it is a clue for the Limehouse Lurker. And I was thinking, well, because it has no face, wouldn't it be great to also be a Sally No Face clue? Or if we should make up something more, because this is a little bit too simple. Or maybe we.
So
go ahead.
I didn't. No. I assumed it to be also a clue for Sally No Face. Like, I explicitly put it kind of in between the two of them. Like, technically speaking, it is a clue for the Lurker, because that's what it comes out of. But when I gave it to you, I mentioned that it is like you can also use it for Sally No Face. That's fine with me.
Well, then how about we just say, well, yeah, that is our clue, and so mechanically we have the clue twice to use once in each.
Absolutely.
Is that cool?
Yeah, like if you want to put it on more stable rules foundation, that is totally cool with me. Yeah.
Yeah, somehow my brain assumed that I had some other idea, and either I did and I forgot, or it was just not actually there. I don't understand sometimes how this works. So
that's okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Then let's have one more scene with Mr. Pike, and then we go to Lines and Veils. Mr. Pike, as you are heading back to Hargrave House, you notice that this is an unusually warm day. It's like uncomfortably sweaty. Might be because you've been on your feet all morning after having hardly any sleep during the night and being beaten up. Like, you're in pain and you're uncomfortable and you're sweaty and you're hot. And you are on your way back to Hargrave House as you see none other than that Bobby from the other day coming or going towards Limehouse, towards Hargrave House, in a trajectory where you could still intercept him if you wanted to. You want to, before he annoys your employer.
Yes, absolutely, for sure.
Yes.
Like, I should be in the house ready to answer the door. So if I'm not capable of doing that, I should stop him before he rings the door, for sure.
So, do you want to like run so you're even more sweaty than you already are, or pass him by the on the street?
Oh, interesting. I think I'll catch up to him on the street.
Yeah. And he's like, yeah. You were the gentleman who asked for my help yesterday. So glad to see you. I was just on the way to talk to your employer, Lansing, Constable Lansing, my name, because I did want to inquire about the murders you talked of. I mean, there has been a series of murders at Whitechapel, but when I told your story to my superior, he was quite flummoxed and sent me out to inquire more about that, because there is no knowledge of a murder spree in Limehouse, to our knowledge. And if there is a murder spree, we would be very interested in knowing about it, as you can imagine.
Indeed.
And you must forgive me. I, as you saw last night, I was quite out of my element. I wasn't quite in the right place or state of mind, even you could say. And my deepest apologies. Um,
And the way he looks at you can see he's
Whitechapel
looking at your
is the.
scars and plasters, but he's not saying
Mhm.
anything.
Yeah.
Yes, it was quite the night, wasn't
I
it?
had misspoken. I'm sorry. Not Limehouse, but indeed Whitechapel. These murders that have appeared in the paper are
Yes,
most concerning to my
they are.
employer. Yeah, I
Well, in that
apologize
case,
for any
in that
confusion.
case, he hands you a card, a business card, and says, "I would like to." Oh no, he's not a private detective. He's a official cop. He just tells you, in that case, I should like to speak to your employer at her earliest convenience.
Hmm. I shall arrange it. Madam
Thank you.
Swindrake is a busy woman, but I will make it so.
hmm And then he turns around and says, "Well, have a good day, sir." And this is where I would, yeah, he's a constable. And that's where I would like to stop for today and ask you for your stars and wishes.
Oh no, I meant to write them down and I didn't. But I remember one.
That's okay. As you can
I
imagine, I don't have
really
any because I
no. Look,
was
I
busy the
even
entire
made a
time.
little. I even prepared a little post-it with a star on it, and then
hmm
I guess I was just enjoying it too much. But I really, really loved the scene between Pike and Eleanor and how she berated
Yes.
him as a form of care. It was so good. It's just also the you just have to move your head out of the way of the fist.
Sweetie.
That was
Oh.
a highlight for me. I don't know if I have another one right now, but this one I remember.
That was really cool, yeah.
Wishes. I just have one wish, and that
hmm
is very, very selfish. But I really want Hecate to. Well, that is also my Dawn question, but there's other reasons why I really wanted to do that. Is yeah, I want to create a what was it called? An extraordinary sexual experience for another, for someone else's pleasure. Oh no, it doesn't say sexual. It says erotic. So
Erotic.
so if somebody feels inclined, let me know. Otherwise, I'm happy to shower an NPC with my attention.
hmm
It'd be interesting for Eleanor simply because I know she has that Dawn question where it's like she is engages in emotional or romantic behavior despite her her rationality. Might be a neat combo.
Maybe she's just like, well, it creates endorphins.
That's right.
hmm
Yes, I need to know the fullness of human experience if I am to build a human capable of it, and
That's
I
a good
will
one.
want my Charlotte replacement to be capable of such things for some reason.
I could have been such a nice vulnerable scene. But we
No,
can
but I
still
was
do it.
thinking of the day. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now.
The day?
That's me.
We're already in the day.
I'm happy to
Anyway,
have it be
sorry.
Pike as well if you would rather, if you want to be the one that
Yeah, I
receives
think.
Xena's mixed Latimer move.
Yeah. So I have a one of my down questions is about did you subtly express sexual desire for your employer in a way you dressed or served them? So I think if anything, Pike is like a repressed sort of like lovelorn after Eleanor thing. Maybe I think I'm leaving that in the play to find out column to see how that relationship develops and where Pike comes out of it. So yeah, I think Eleanor might be the better candidate for some Latimer foils.
On the other hand, it could be a fun, no pun intended, climax to their character arcs if Mix Latimer plays matchmaker between the two.
Interesting. Yeah.
Because I don't
Good thing
know
to
if Mix
calculate.
Latimer is supposed to be involved in the experience or is just facilitating it, right?
No, I think it's
Okay.
facilitating.
Yeah.
So I'm open
They like to watch.
Yeah. Cool.
Maybe we'll figure it out next time.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. Of course, now I'm frantically looking through the locations of the mysteries, see if there's one that really lends itself. The mortuary.
romantic.
Of
I
course.
mean, hey,
I could
my
also just be the
favorite
hotel. That
my favorite queen of the Goths, Mary Shelley, is apocryphally said to have lost her virginity on her mother's gravestone.
There actually is one.
Mary
I'm just wondering how we
Wollstonecraft.
get
So
there. But that shall be
Yeah.
my dawn question for next week to get
on
you to the
Charlotte's
exhibit.
gravestone, my lost love.
Mm.
I'm trying to rebuild, or build a replacement for her. Anyway, it's a little morbid and weird. There's a lot of weird about the mother, so that's fine.
Very true.
certainly,
there's all
and
kinds
certainly
of
also morbid.
problematic
Mhm.
issues there, but it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I would
Casey, do you
also
have any stars or
star
wishes?
the
Yes.
yeah, I'd star the vulnerable scene that we had, Gwen. Yeah, Eleanor's great. I'm excited to again further kind of explore our dynamic and figure out where Pike falls. Yeah. And also the vulnerable scene with you two commenting on the fragility of humanity.
Yes.
The electronically animated flesh moving and the comparison to gold from lead, life from death was very good. I was on board with all of it. Hell yeah. As far as a wish, I don't think I have anything specific. Yeah, I just think getting through a couple of these cycles, knowing exactly where and when to fit the moves or whatever and all that stuff will help my brain feel a little bit more comfortable in what we're doing. So, more of the same is typical, but also, my true wish, I guess.
Do you feel uncomfortable in any way?
Oh, just with any, whatever game that's new to me, I'm always kind of uncertain of exactly what I'm supposed to be doing or when things are happening. You know what I mean? Like my brain wants to
Just the growing
understand all
pains.
of the rules so that I can know how they work and how to bend or break them if I want to. But having not read all of the rules, you know what I mean? My
Yes.
brain is still just kind of in that in between trying to figure out if I had any actual concerns or specific questions, I would ask.
Let me just drop the I don't know if that helps, but I think it does. It helps me at least. Let me drop the official reference sheet in the chat as soon as I found it. Here it is. Because that is what I'm working off, and there you have all the moves and all the phases, and that is 80% of the game.
Should we pop that in the mirror as well?
Good spot.
Oh, I apologize. I
Important
missed a little bit of the chat when we were playing, so I guess I don't think any of it was directed at me. Okay, good.
Oh, good.
No, I was just randomly commenting on scenes.
I'm down with that. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. Okay. Then
And,
I think we've got it. I'll stop the recording.
Okay.
Thanks for playing, I guess. Not I guess.